Hey, so we're gonna take an old iMac keyboard and clean it up a little bit because it's gross. So here I have this really old 2003-ish Apple keyboard. It's one of those keyboards that they made when they started doing the translucent like iMac designs. I had this in college. You can see there's like 20 years of grime on it, lots of hair. Um, yeah, so to start off, I had to get as much gunk off as possible. I vacuumed it. I did all sorts of stuff. The thing that worked the best was taking alcohol and some brushes and Q-tips and just trying to get a lot of Doritos out and whatever else was in there. I took some foam brushes and some paint brushes to get most of the gunk off the plate. And then I soaked the keycaps and 20 years of trauma off with some distilled water and dish soap. Dish soap is pretty good for stuff like this because it gets the grease off. And if you also went to art school in the 2000s and the recession, you were very greasy. So I just kind of soaked them in this Tupperware and just, made a little gross Dorito soup here. As you can, I don't know if you can see, but there's lots of gunky things coming off. There it is. There's some chips. This was pretty nasty and disturbing for me, but also very cathartic to just wash all this stuff away. So I was going to try to take this board apart and clean underneath the plate. I believe, though, this is a membrane keyboard. So you can see, I don't know if you saw that. I made that cut really jarring, but it's pretty nasty. So I took every tool I could find, and none of them worked to get those little tiny screws out. And I also have long nails, so maybe that wasn't helping me. But yeah, so I gave up and I just, took some rubbing alcohol, some isopropyl alcohol, and I just cleaned a little bit, whatever. I guess you need reminders of your trauma sometimes. So, anyways, I took the keys and I literally brushed them off one by one to make sure that there was no gunk, get the soap off. And then I just used a microfiber towel to just get them looking okay. And I did this for a really long time. It took a really long time to do, and that's fine and all. Yeah, I guess I could talk about the keyboard. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to. I got it done. And then I just took my time in putting everything back and was satisfied by how it felt. Not really. I mean, it's actually not as bad sounding as some people, claim it to be. But, anyways, it was pretty easy to put the keycaps back on, and here's the end result, sort of what it looks like. It's so much cleaner, and thanks for watching this thing.